Let's rock and roll. So let's roll. So we're starting training. All right. You're setting up for your cycle the night prior or the week prior. So let's talk about 2 days. Really, everything should start 2 days prior to your training seminar, typically during the summer. Now, when you guys are running your mini cycles during the Christmas break, you're not gonna, that's different because it's gonna be a shorter window of time. You're not running a full normal training, right? So, but normally 2 days prior, what would you want to start 2 days prior? You know? Yep. Let's say training's on Friday. What do you want to start Wednesday? Well, hopefully we've been interviewing people all week. I hope we've been interviewing people prior to that. The people who are set for training. Reminder calls, cool. Your reminder call should be happening starting 2 days before training. What is the goal of your reminder call? Cool. Make sure they're showing up like ready to succeed. Cool. You're not doing training reminders to see if they're coming to train. You're doing training reminders to see how their list is doing, how they're feeling, what are their expectations, right? Coming to training. How's their weekend looking, right? Like these are things I jot down, like, oh, is there any way that you can get someone to cover your shift for you on Sunday? Be like, the more availability, the more time you have, the faster of a start you'll get off to. Be like, and even if you can't, don't stress, but if someone will take it, like, give it away. I'll help you make some money this weekend, you know? But I'm like, I'm opening first weekend. I'm seeing how their support is, how's their list, giving them ideas to work on it, because I want them to come with a list of people ready to call and ready to load up their weekend and excited to load up their weekend. Cool. So know that, again, confirmation calls are not to see if they're coming to training. It's to set them up to come with the right expectations and open weekend and people to call. Sound good? All right.
You're not asking, can you come? Hey, when you come?
Yeah, it's, hey, how's your list coming along? How's your whatever? Yeah, if you accepted them for training, why would they not be there? That's what you're assuming in your head. And so you're definitely, and we know things come up, but yes, definitely. It's not a, are you coming? Same thing when you're doing reminders for an interview. I was telling the girls this morning, when you do reminders for an interview, you're not doing reminders going, hey, are you coming for the interview? You know, we're just wanting to see if that time still worked for you. Like, no, I'm calling just like, hey, I was just calling to make sure you have the address and directions for the 11:30 appointment you had today. Are you all set with that? All right, awesome. Look forward to meeting you. We'll see you then. Like, I'm not asking, does that time work, or are you coming, or they set it up, you know? So unless they say otherwise, like in my head, of course they're coming, you know? So anyway, so your training call should start 2 days before typically. All right. For you guys, for your cycles, most of you, it'll just end up being the day before, but I would start earlier in the day to confirm people from the day prior and anyone else you've interviewed or anyone else who's scheduled for it to make sure that they're set up the right way. All right. Now, night before training, ideally you're set up for training. What do you need to have set up for training? You could have those done. And by the way, I would recommend when you guys open your offices, like to have whatever the company sends you, have a night, grab your assistants or your first training class and like sit together and make a bunch of sample kits that are ready for launch, you know, make a bunch of blue books that are ready for launch. So it's just done. That was like the best thing. When I opened my office, we had 100 blue books ready to go. You know, maybe it's just 40 blue books ready to go, 40, whatever, that you don't have to worry about. All right. So, sorry, I'm like literally having contractions while I'm trying to teach you guys.
Come on, Benji.
Okay. So yeah, so the night before training, you guys are setting up for them to come in. Things that you want to have set up for training. You want to make sure you have a greeting table. All right. So whether that's at your desk or that is, you know, somebody's going to help and say hi to people as they're walking in. But you want a greeting table. And so that has a sign-in sheet that says how they heard about the job. By the way, anytime they write down the word friend, what do you want to make sure that whoever's helping sign in or you ask them? Make sure they write the name of the friend. Why? Does anyone know what happens with training when they're PRs and it doesn't have the friend's name in there? It doesn't let you close it. It doesn't let you close out the day. It doesn't let you close out the training. They have to be matched to their friend. So the best thing to do is the first day, if you're able to, as they walk in, match them. If not, at the end of the first day, once they leave, match them all. That will make your day 2 so much easier, like less headache. There's already enough happening on day 2. You don't need to add that. That's an easy thing that someone can do the first day as people walk in. Cool. So we're checking them in. So as they're walking in, what do you want at your check-in table is you need someone that has a computer open. So you and or someone has a computer, you have a sign-in and you have a welcome sheet, okay, and name tags. So welcome sheet, name tags, all right, with big fat markers. So welcome sheets, name tags, and your computer up as well as a sign-in sheet, all right? So as people are coming in, all right, do you want to wait till later to click who showed? No, just so you guys know, within 3 hours, if it's not marked, you're locked out of the system. And anyone else who's trying to work or set up people for interviews can't. Like your system's literally frozen if you don't check who's there for day 1 within 3 hours. And also if you check people in later, then they're not able to get into that training and then that ruins the launch, okay? So just so you guys know, so as they walk in, I wanna mark them as showed immediately. And what you're doing is making sure to tell them, hey, you should receive an email right now to verify your personal information so we can get everything done properly for your contract tomorrow. That's what you want to tell everybody. Cool. So we want them checking their email right away to make sure they got it. Like as they're coming in, it's, hey, check your email first and then fill out the welcome sheet. That's what I'm telling people. Check your email first and then you can fill out that sheet. Because that way, if there's an issue, they're like, oh, I didn't get it. I'm like, oh, check your spam or check your, trash or whatever, whatever, their spam folder. And they're checking that. And that way, if you know if their email bounced, you can fix it right there and make sure that they're getting the information. So again, the night before or early that morning, you have a table set up. What do you want to have ready at your greeting table? Sign-in sheet and their like get to know you sheet that they're going to fill out their first day. So ours has character references on the back as well. You can separate those two and just do the character references the second day in the morning or do it together, but some kind of a welcome sheet where they fill out like about them, information about them, what motivates them, what they're excited about, their high school. And this helps you get to know who are some of your best people. Cool. So that's big. Bonuses I gave you guys before were morning of, review the applications, right? Have the applications in alphabetical order with you so that when John walks in, you check him in, you have him start working on his stuff. You can go look at John's application to remember something about him to then build rapport with him off of the application and go, so, hey, I noticed you were playing football forever. How long have you been there? Like, oh yeah, I am. So like actually taking stuff from the application to chat with them about. Cool. But that's what I want on my greeting table. And then I also want either one table or whatever, or 2 stations. I want a station when they come in where they can learn how to do the rope and leather. And I want a station when they come in that they can at least do a peeler, a trimmer, and a chopper. Cool. So carrots and celery is easy to have there. But I want them to use the peeler. I want them to use a chopper. And sorry, grapes or tomatoes. And I want them to use a trimmer. I just want them to start getting their hands on some Cutco. We're going to do a cutting clinic later, but if they can use the peeler and you're like, oh, dude, see how many slices you can get in this grape, and teach them how to like use the chopper if you get to, just get them excited. Be like, isn't that great? Isn't that amazing? They're like, oh, whoa, that's pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, you'll get to use more later, but products are amazing. Customers love this. All right. And not forgetting your excitement and your enthusiasm and how that transfers over to people. Okay. So that's really big. So when they come in, I wanna show them that. Now the rope and leather station, by the way, there's a way to do this. The best way to do this, the objective as you're doing it is not just to have them do it. Your objective is to teach them how to do it with customers. Anyone here know? Does anyone know how to do this so that the reps get comfortable doing it with a customer? Like when they come to training and you're showing them, like anyone know how to do that? How to do it?
You do.
So the next one is, so create a station, ready? So I'm first, Michael, you come to train, I'm like, all right, Michael, so go ahead
cut the leather, go back and forth a little bit. Okay, push down. All right, here, run forward. And I show him and I go, okay, cool. And so once he does it, it's like this side, you're the rep, this side, you're the customer. So once Michael cuts that, and like, let's say he does the rope or whatever, I would do the same thing with the rope station, or if you're doing both, you're doing both. And then you go, all right, cool, now you're the rep. And so I move out of the way. So now Michael comes on this side and Eduardo comes up and I'm watching him. I'm like, yep, that's what you want to do. Okay, be careful here. All right, and so he's telling Eduardo, okay, go ahead and go back and forth. Okay, stop. Okay, push down. Okay, here, go ahead and slice from the front, forward, back, whatever, and showing them how it cuts forward, back, straight down. And then, let's do the rope. Go ahead and use this knife, start in the back, press down hard. Full strokes. Okay, use this knife. Okay, use this. Like, pretty cool. All right, awesome. I'm like, now Eduardo comes over here. Ryan's next, and this guy can go chop up carrot or chop up whatever. All right. And by the way, what's great is, and when you're newer, that first person who comes in early, like, teach them early so that they could be your helper. Be like, hey, would you mind being one of my helpers to help me with the cutting? And they're like, oh yeah, cool. And by the way, right there, you're already developing your first AMs. Like, they're excited to be a partner to you, to connect with you, to help you with that. So again, someone gets there early, as long as they can speak well and people can understand them, because there are some people we give an opportunity to that are maybe very difficult to understand, or might be maybe they're a little smelly, but first, presentable person that gets there early, like, I'm going to teach them, so Edwin, like, you'll have the bus wheel. Edwin got here early, like, I taught him, right, I'm like, hey, Edwin, here's how, here, have him use a peeler, like, here, check it out. I do it with him before as people are arriving, and then he's like ready to help me with that station. So when someone finishes learning how to be the rep for the rope and leather, they can go to Edwin and like cut a grape and cut, whatever. But ideally it's somebody who's like got a really great personality, super excited, whatever, but you don't always have your pick on who gets there, earlier, but having them involved. Everyone good? What's up? Everyone okay? Okay. Yeah, puppies will be here all day, and they'll be at the house tonight too. You can roll around with them if you want. Not right now. All right, so everyone good. So that is like them walking in. So again, I want to start training with them having confirmed their stuff, filled out their papers. I know who their PRs are, so I can plant the right seeds as I'm going through training and give examples of their friends. And they have product conviction. They've used something, and they're all like, wow, this stuff is really cool. And they're already excited about that. In addition to that, there's some really great stuff on seeds to plant, things to talk about for training. And I can give you guys a sheet on that I typed up. I'll actually, let me make a note of that. On powerful second manning. But even though you're not second manning and now it's your office, there's still the conversations of things you want people hearing and conversations you want to be having with people. And then you want to be teaching others to have with people. Everyone good? All right. So this is important there. Then we go to start your training, all right? And I want to go here. So you guys, $500 of your startup money, like, this is not typically for, like, I want to put towards this. So we're putting that in the budget of the money that you guys have, that'll be charged for that. You want this, it makes your life way easier. I'd rather you spend on this than on any furniture for your office. I'd rather you find all the furniture for free, get it donated. You guys will have did you guys already get the list to start collecting furniture? Okay, cool. So I have a list. So when you guys are in demos, because you can say, hey, if you donate anything for my office, like, I can actually give you like something for free or whatever, and so you can do free stuff with them. Give them a peeler, give them a scissor with their order, whatever, and they're giving you like a desk and some chairs and whatever supplies. And so having a list that they can look through, because people have stuff in their garages. I got my rolling chair from a lady's garage. I got a desk from one of my demos. Like, they're like, oh, come back here. And in the garage, they had the desk. There's a bunch of paintings, like random stuff. So I picked out some things, and they've been used in different offices. Like, I was in the Woodlands office this summer, and I was like, that was mine that I had like gotten from somebody, they've been passed out. But on demos, you guys wanna get as much free stuff as possible over the next 4 months. That's the goal, free 99. If you guys see garage sales, people throwing stuff out, if you're at a building, like, check the dumpsters. It sounds gross, but like, my number 2 branch manager, Sarah Law, paid $0 for any furniture. And we got some nice stuff because we were at an office building, and they were just like
for the new year, they had a budget to get new furniture and they just got rid of all the old furniture. And it was still good, but it wasn't like the new chairs and like all this fancy stuff they were getting for their office. So it was like old stuff like this, but like it all looked pretty good actually. And so we were like dumpster diving, taking stuff out, putting it in her office, but we like totally hooked up her office. I think we got 90% of the stuff from the dumpster that day. Like there was so much crap out there. So you'll run into those. Charlie last year, when he was office searching, went somewhere and they were closing a business and they were like, oh yeah, if you want any of the furniture, you can have it. You know, and he went, got a truck, came back and got all his stuff for free. And he took that for his office, you know? So letting you guys know that now, because I don't want to put, normally we put a $500 of your 6K to go towards furniture if needed. We're putting that towards training. So get your furniture free. You can get it all for free, especially if you start now, and seeing what's out there, and also checking like what is it, Facebook, or like there's different things that's like, you know, offer up, and people are just like, take it, just come pick it up, just get it out of here, you know. So keep a lookout for those things. I have like a refrigerator in the back, like we found on the side of the street. It's like perfect condition, just pick it up, you know. Like my that desk that's in there that you guys have sat at, that I found also in a dumpster, and it was wobbly, and we put like a piece of wood in the bottom to like make it good, and that was it. And so we brought it and we used that desk. That was free. And so I'm always like looking for stuff. I'm like, why the hell am I gonna like pay for it if I don't have to? So you guys, there's no reason to, like when there's people just moving or donating things. And if not, then estate sales or garage sales are the way to go for anything that you're missing, because you can get stuff like dirt cheap, you know, compared to if you're like at Office Depot. Cool. So when you guys to buy your training as soon as you want to, like Christina, you could get your own now and you have it for the whole year. It's done year by year anyway, but it's risingsundivision.com is where you guys will go. And when you go to risingsundivision.com, you're going to scroll to the bottom of the page. Can you guys see it up there? Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and just share my screen with this so you guys can see it. All right, cool. So you guys scroll down to the bottom and you'll see here 2020 DM access. So that's annual. Those who paid annual, those who want to pay monthly. So the branch link is not on there yet, but it'll have like branch manager link. And so that way you can go on there and purchase yours. All right, so I'm just gonna log in because we have our account already for 2019. So you go in, log in, I have my stuff here, and then you have your training videos. All right, and these, here we go. All right, so you've got your training videos. So this is what goes along with the guide that you guys scout. All right. So again, we're starting off the day, opening it up with what to expect, you know, the schedule walkthrough. And then you're clicking through here and going through these sections. So you've got part 1, part 2, and you guys can play his at first, but I think it's fun to like, for you to learn the names and uses, like watch it once when you guys run yours, and then be ready to just do that with your people live. And then you can have them chop some stuff up, and that's a good time for a break. And then they come back and you go, you know, into value and introducing value. So it'll stop somewhere in between there. So prices, and then this is day 2, part 1, going through all the different sets and dropping down. PRs, you know, and this is promoting the trip. So this is in here. And then guys, there's advanced training 1 is in here. Advanced training 2 is in here. And then this is extra, this is advanced training 2. So this here has all your training for you. And so it's really you getting good at proctoring it, keeping people engaged. And that's what, you know, like Drew's like, that's a new skill set. Is like, how do you keep people engaged during videos, you know, because they're just like, you know, falling asleep. And so you guys being able to like, oh, did you guys get that? Oh, did you guys, you know, and like keeping them pausing of like, what are things you guys spend money on, you know, or doing stuff. And so just keeping them engaged and asking questions is so important as you're going through this. So let me stop talking. Any questions with how any of this works?
We're good? All right, cool. So this has only one login at a time. So if one of you guys wanted to like check it out or whatever, you just need to let me know to make sure no one else is like using it, because if someone else is logged in, you can't have two people logged in at the same time. All right, that's why they protect it, so that everyone gets their own account. They put a lot of time, a lot of hours into doing this and like refreshing it. And we'll have they're updating the final leaders guide for 2020 with the new video. So we have that. We also have an updated manual that goes along absolutely perfectly with these videos. So we'll be getting those printed for the training next week. Christina? The leaders guide? It's 100% in your email, but we'll look at it together. I emailed it like 2 months ago, the leaders guide. So it's the one that went before these videos were updated, but they're pretty similar, but they'll have a even newer one that'll come out. Yep, the video training guide.
Yeah, it's like 19 pages long.
Yep. So it tells you things to say, things to add on, as you're going through there, but you'll miss some when you run it the first time and you're like, oh, which is fine. Like when you finish a section, just make sure to like re-emphasize those things. So anytime you miss something, don't freak out. There's always a way to like save it. All right. So don't worry about that. So I just wanted to like go through that real quick just to make sure you guys knew where to find that and like where that was. So there weren't any questions on that. So there's two big things that we really wanted to dive into today. The first one is your perks section and transitioning into collecting PRs in the interview, because that's a big part of like your show percentage, is people being excited, understanding the job, and also excited about the perks and getting tied into that. That creates vision for them, as well as them being excited to want to help build the team. All right. And so the stronger your perk section is, that's going to also impact your recommendations. All right. So just so you guys know and are aware of that. The second thing is the actual PR talk in training. And so we're going to go through that too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have you guys partner up and give a couple, like two, 3 times to do your perks section. All right. And you guys can vote who does the better job. We're going to end up having 3 of you guys actually do your perks out loud, 2 or 3 do your perks out loud. So we'll see who's voted up. We'll see how we're doing with time. But yeah, we're going to stand up and you guys are going to grab a partner. There's going to be a group of 3 of you guys, and you're going to do your perks for the interview, each of you guys for each other, and then vote on who does the better one. You guys decide of who's going to present to us as a group, and I'm going to watch and give you feedback on it, so we can make sure that's on lock. Cool. So stand up, grab a partner, and we shall roll. All right.